Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to show you how I do my nail and hand care routine, or at least an updated version from it. So I've been asked to record this video, so yeah, here we go. So this is my manicure at the moment. I've been wearing this polish for about 6 days, and on my right hand I still have my gel polish manicure, and the tutorial of that design will be online in a couple of days. So first up, I'm going to remove my rings because I don't want any hand cream or anything like that on those. Then I'm going to grab some cotton rounds and I'm just going to cut them in half. I always cut them in half because my nails are quite long, but if you have smaller nails, you could easily cut one in 4 as well. Then I'm just going to show you a couple of my favorite nail polish removers. I actually only use them by essence. So I have one with and without acetone, and one which is for like the really die-hard full glitter designs as well. But for today, since I'm only wearing a regular nail polish without any glitter, I'm just going to use the one without acetone and clipping my half cotton rounds stuck to my nails with my black nail clips. I really like these. I got them from for like €1 from AliExpress, and they're really tight and sturdy, but they are still really comfortable as well. So you just want to apply a little bit of that nail polish remover on your cotton rounds or the half cotton rounds and wrap those around your finger with, of course, the nail polish remover on top of your nail. And yeah, you just want to wrap it around. Again, if you have smaller nails, you could easily just use quarters of cotton rounds, so you use less product, if you want to put it that way. And you just want to wrap it around. I always start with the pinky because then I have my pointer and thumb finger for a longer period of time to wrap it around. And I just wrote down for you guys how long I usually let the polish soak off. So for regular polishes, I leave it on for about 5 minutes, and for glitter polishes, I usually stick it on for 10 minutes. So once this has been on for about 5 minutes, because we only use regular nail polish without any glitter, I just take that little nail cap thingy off, and I always just wiggle the polish off and go underneath the nail as well, because sometimes it runs a little bit underneath the nail as well, and you just want to get rid of all of the polish and base coat and so on. So just wiggle that cotton half onto the nail and just run it slightly underneath the nail as well to make sure there is no polish underneath anymore at all. Because this is a hand and nail care like updated routine, I really wanted to show you how I remove my nail polish as well. If you want like a whole other video, just me talking about how to remove different kinds of nail polishes, do let me know in the comments down below so I can record that one for you later on as well. Mostly like other nail art channels on YouTube don't really show how they remove their designs, so I'm really curious to know if you want to see me doing that on my own natural nails. Then it is time to wash your hands, and I'm just using a regular hand soap, but I always mix it in with a little bit of scrub as well, and I got this one really affordable from a local supermarket. It is just a coconut like full body scrub, and I use a little bit of hand soap, and I just mix that and wash and scrub my hands at the same time, just to make sure I don't have any nail polish remover or like a little bit of fluff from the cotton rounds left on my hands. After that, I just take a little bit of hand cream, just a regular hand cream. One of my best friends got me. My best friend actually lives in Germany, and we used to like go, we were in the same class for about 6 years in high school, so we've been best friends ever since we were 12 years old, or I was even 11. I was a pretty young student. But yeah, she got me that hand cream, which is really nice. It smells like oranges. Then I'm going in with a little bit of cuticle oil. You do have like those prefab cuticle thingies, oil thingies. You just have to screw them up and the product comes out of the brush, but I prefer this lemony smelling cuticle oil by Hema, which is a Dutch like big store. They have tons of things, but it is available worldwide as well, and I'm just applying that to the cuticles and rubbing that onto the entire nail as well. This is something I do about once a week. Some people suggest using cuticle oil every night, but I feel like once a week is more than enough for me, especially if I have like a day or maybe 2 days in which I'm not wearing any polish. I love doing this because you don't want to add any cuticle oil or any oils whatsoever if you're going to do a manicure afterwards, because if there are any oils on the nail, you won't be able to make your manicure last for a long time because your base coat and nail polish won't like stick to the nail. But after your cuticle oil and hand cream has been onto your skin and nails for about 10 minutes, I'd say, you can start pushing back the cuticle. I prefer doing this with my natural nails, but you can also just use a metal cuticle pusher or an orange wood stick. I prefer pushing them back with my own nails because that's way softer in my opinion. But if you work on clients, you can always use a metal cuticle pusher and just work really gently, but you can use an orange wood stick as well. But yeah, once you have pushed back the cuticles, you can just keep it the way your nails are and give them a little bit of rest or anything like that. But I actually disinfected them and made sure there wasn't any oil left on the nails with some rubbing alcohol, because we are going to apply some polish afterwards. You could also just file down your nails a little bit if necessary. I didn't really feel like I had to file much, but this is just a really soft like 240 grit file. And after that, I'm going to remove any dust or anything like that from the nail plate and cuticle area. As I said, after this step, I also disinfected and made sure all of the oils were gone off of the nails with some rubbing alcohol. There are lots of different products you can use, but I just prefer the 96% alcohol. That just works fine. You could use the 70% as well. The 96% is a little bit more drying, but to me personally, that doesn't really make such a big difference because I use cuticle oil pretty regularly anyway. But yeah, I'm going on with some nail polishes, and there are tons of base coats you can choose from. I usually go for one by Essence Cosmetics because that is one of my favorite brands. They are really affordable and they just have really nice base and top coats in my opinion. So I'm just applying a thin layer, making sure to cap off the edges as well, and going on to the side walls. Especially when you have longer natural nails like I do, you want to make sure you cap in that nail perfectly to make sure that your manicure stays put for a very long time. And of course, always use base coat when you work with brighter colors or any other nail polish in particular to make sure that your nails won't get stained. So once your base coat is dried, it is kind of matte, or at least the one I was using here was pretty matte. So once it's matte, you're good to go. And I'm going to use this beautiful dusty rose pink color, which is from an Essence Cosmetics limited edition. I think it is 2 years old already, but I'm not sure. And I'm just applying 2 layers of that in total to all of my nails. Again, making sure to cap off the edges, but what I like doing when I do a really basic manicure like this, just make sure you go as close towards the cuticle as possible, because that gives the most like flush, beautiful edge around the cuticle area. And I just press down my brush onto the nail and just push it a little bit at a time towards the cuticle area. That way you won't flood any polish, or at least not as easy. And as you would usually have. You won't flood your cuticle area or get anything on the skin. But if you do get anything on the skin, just remove it right away with your finger, with your nail, or even with an orange wood stick. I wouldn't go in with a brush and acetone or nail polish remover right away. You could always do that later on if you feel like you have to adjust the line a little bit. But once you have added some of that acetone or anything to the skin again, your skin will be pretty dehydrated and you have to apply extra cuticle oil later on. So if you want to skip that part, you don't have to add any extra cuticle oil, so your skin actually stays moisturized from your little hand routine. So yeah, I'm just applying 2 layers of this nail polish. I think it is a really lovely color. It is pretty wearable on every skin tone in my opinion. I really love dusty rose kind of colors, and especially the creamy nail polishes by Essence are really nicely pigmented. Because I have longer nails, I do need 2 layers, but you sometimes can easily go for just 1 layer of polish when it's a really good one. But for that second layer, I'm just applying a thin layer again, not really focusing on capping off the edges because we already did that before, but it's kind of like my routine to do that anyway. But these are the nails with the nail polish. Then you can always apply a top coat. It is not necessary, but I prefer doing it because it makes my manicure last for at least a week. And I'm going to use one by Catrice Cosmetics today. Also one of my favorite brands when it comes to nail polishes, and I'm just applying a generous layer onto my fingernails. This particular top coat is a little bit more liquidy, so you want to be a little bit more careful when applying it, but it just goes on like a dream. And of course, don't forget to cap off the edges as well. If you have any spillage or flooding around the cuticle or onto the skin, just remove it with your finger or an orange wood stick, and yeah, that was already my entire updated nail and hand care routine. I really hope you like this. If you have any questions or comments or concerns or anything whatsoever, do let me know in the comments down below and I will reply to you directly. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this color. I hope you enjoyed and I will see you in a next video.